Have you ever woke up and wondered what was wrong with you? You knew you wanted to be elsewhere, that there was more to life than the life you were living, more than the bills you were paying, the job you were keeping. Look to the sunsets, your answer is there. Put your feet on the ground and take a deep breath and step into the nomadic lifestyle. The good, the bad, and the ugly will be discussed here.
Hi everybody. Yeah, I have a hoodie on. It's so cold. I also have a lapel mic here, so I hope y'all can hear me good. I usually hide it under my clothes as of recently, but today it's just a little chilly. So, yeah, get your coffee. I got mine. I gotta have mine. It's freezing here, you guys. Sunny Arizona was 27 degrees last night. Just saying. And we have a freeze warning for tonight. So, with that being said, I really have all of you in my heart, my prayers, and my thoughts that are living in an RV, a van, a tent, a car, a trailer, whatever you're living in. Because you guys, my house is good and insulated, and I'm still freezing. Still. So, today's subject is about our GlamMads, ScamMads, Nomads Minimalist. Okay, I know this is a really good subject. So get your coffee and let's get into the subject. First of all, before I get into the subject, I want to apologize if there's any glare in my glasses. My brand new glasses had to be returned on Monday. They are unable to fix my glasses, so I had to order a new pair with anti-glare. So I'm back in my old ones for now, but next video I should have them. Just saying. So, I had a comment last week, well, I guess the week before last week, about GlamMads and ScamMads being minimalist. You guys, there is a huge minimalist movement going on out there. And a minimalist is not someone who lives in wheels. Not a van, not an RV, not a travel trailer, not a car, not a tent. That is not a minimalist. A minimalist is someone who spends as little as possible and makes everything that they do have stretch. So let's get into our GlamMads and ScamMads and ScumMads. Yeah, I haven't used that word for a while, right? Are they minimalist? Now, when I moved into my RV, and you guys, I had a 30-footer. I had a closet. I don't know if you can see my closet behind me, but I had a closet that was a walk-in closet that was as big as this bedroom. I'm not kidding. I had every rack and every shelf and every bit of floor space filled. Now I had my summer clothes on one side, my fall clothes on the other, my winter clothes, my coats weren't even in there. My coats and my hoodies were in the hall closet. That's how many clothes I had. And shoes, you guys, I had over 400 pair of shoes, boots, sandals. I mean, when I moved into my RV, yes, I had to give away a lot of stuff. And a house full of furniture for one, because, my Class C was absolutely furnished. So I didn't need any furniture that was in my Class C except for my TV. Yeah. So, could you consider that a minimalist? Kind of, sort of. You only have minimal room, and you can only take what's really important. And at first, when I moved into that Class C, I thought, oh, well, I could put all my winter clothes down in storage in, underneath in the chassis. I think they call it a basement. And then when it got cold, I could switch out my summer clothes for my winter clothes. Yeah, it don't go that way. I've already told you, you're either hot or you're cold. You could be hot during the day and you could be freezing at night. So you kind of got to keep both kinds of clothes available to you, because sometimes you're dressing in layers and other times you can't get enough clothes off because you're that hot. So a minimalist is somebody who does with what they have. They don't buy high dollar in anything. They just don't. They don't go out and buy Apple computers. They buy the cheapest computer they can get. They don't buy Apple phones or Samsungs, and I have nothing against it. I really don't. But they do with what they got. Matter of fact, a lot of your minimalists don't even have a phone. They don't have internet. No. And they do run solar, a lot of them, but they also run a generator. So the difference between a ScamMad, GlamMad, and a real Nomad is their toys. I mean, you can see some of these GlamMads and ScamMads, right? I mean, they've got Apple computers, they've got phones, they've got things off the top of their vans so that they can pick up on somebody else's Wi-Fi. Yeah, find their own, if they have to, find their own tower with it. I mean, they're spending hundreds and hundreds, thousands of dollars to live in these vans. You guys, or RVs, that's not minimalist. No, buying a brand new RV because the one you have doesn't suit you anymore is not a minimalist. It's just not. Forcing other nomads, real nomads, to buy thousands of dollars worth of batteries and solar. And you guys, I'm talking 2,000 to 3,000 just for the really good solar batteries. I'm not even talking the panels that run about $1 a watt. I'm not talking about the inverter, converter, or the charge controller, or the wires, or anything else, or the mounting. I mean, it's a lot of money to have solar. It's a lot of money to buy the solar, let alone keep the solar up and running, because your batteries are going to die and you're going to replace them probably about once every year or 2 years, even the expensive ones. So are GlamMads and ScamMads minimalist? No, they're not. I'm sorry, they're just not. You know, we could all do better with minimizing what we have. And I'm a prime example. Behind me, you see purses hanging on the wall. There was a time I had 100 purses. I'm just saying. It's not that I'm bragging. It's stuff that I collected over my lifetime. You guys, I have a birthday coming up. I'm in my 60s. I'm not one to throw stuff away. I'm one that I still wore my hip huggers that I wore in the 70s. Just saying. So when we think about being a minimalist is someone who doesn't buy Windex. I'm just saying. A minimalist will use her vinegar and water and clean her windows that way. A minimalist is going to do with what they got. They're going to go sit in a McDonald's or a Denny's and upload a video if they happen to be on YouTube. Now, I get that a lot of these GlamMads and ScamMads make their living off of YouTube, no matter what they tell you. Seriously. But they also make their living off of scamming people. Scamming people who are just trying to make a living. Just trying to get by. I mean, I don't really shop in a regular clothes store, you guys, except for my undergarments. My clothes come from Goodwill, and that's my minimalist, you know. I just bought a new computer desk. The computer desk I've been using since I moved into this house has been one I bought at Goodwill for $7. It was falling apart. The chair, the computer chair that I am sitting in, was a free chair. Take me. My neighbor had it out. The computer chair that my roommate sits at was a free chair. My bed was a free bed. My nightstand was a free nightstand. And anytime anytime I bring in something new, I try to get rid of that many items. Let me tell you why. It's not that I'm a true minimalist. I'm more of a prepper than I am anything. But the fact is that our houses get so full of stuff, you guys. We can't take any of the stuff with us. And I promise you that when you leave this earth, things that meant a lot to you aren't going to mean diddly to your kids. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Kids throw away photographs. They throw, you know what? Kids have thrown away hidden money because they didn't want their parents' stuff. Just saying. The dog that I got was because kids didn't want their parents' dog when their parents passed away. So, our GlamMads and ScamMads minimalist. Not on your life. Not on your life. They're not. They'll never be. You know, the real Nomads are. And I even see them towing Harleys behind them. Just saying. We try to all enjoy life. We try to all have things around us that mean a lot to us or things that we enjoy doing. My roommate bought me a new sewing machine about 4 months ago because mine finally died. And one thing I did take in my Class C was my sewing machine. So with all that being said, we have to realize that there are things that are needed and things that are not needed. I'm just saying. So when we think about minimalist, I don't want you to think that a GlamMad or a ScamMad or even a real Nomad is a minimalist. They just don't have room for the stuff that they want. And the stuff that they do have, especially GlamMads and ScamMads, are high dollar, high-end stuff. I watched a GlamMad buy $1,000 heated jacket. This jacket wasn't heated by plugging it in and sitting in it. This jacket was heated by solar. So there comes a time when you have to wonder, when is too much too much? Or do they just make too much money off of those out there who don't make enough money? So as we sit back and ponder the minimalist movement, please know there is a big difference between a minimalist and someone that has to get rid of stuff because they just don't have the room. And you guys, I had to get rid of the stuff. I had not the room in my 30-foot Class C. I didn't have the room in my, was it a 40-foot, a 38-foot Class A? You just don't have the room. And when I bought my house, do you know what I moved in my house with? I moved in my home with a futon and a chair. That was it. That was it. Yep. The old owners happened to have left a brand new twin bed behind and a TV stand. Everything else, and I mean everything else, except for the desk that I sit at and the freezer in my living room. Actually, the freezer was bought on a bid by me here where I live. The clubhouse was getting rid of it. It was brand new. It is a deep freeze chest, and I bid on it and got it for $30. Yeah. So there's only something in here. There's very little in my home that's brand new. I do try to, I call it recycle stuff. Yeah, I do. And if you can recycle stuff, if you can go out and buy that used desk, that used computer, refurbished, we're going to have a lot less left on this earth when we leave it. I'm just saying. We're not going to have broken down RVs and vans and engines and tires and all that stuff hanging out in the middle of the desert. We're going to be able to take care of what we have and get rid of it as it's, yeah, or refurbish it, have it refixed. That's what I intend to do. That's what I've tried to do ever since I realized yeah, how much stuff I really had. You know, just real quick, when I was getting ready to move in my RV, it took me 4 sessions of going through my clothes and picking out what clothes would actually fit in my RV. Yeah, I think I hit the road with maybe 6 pair of shoes and my Crocs. And I wear Crocs. I have all kinds of Crocs. I have sandal Crocs, I have girl Crocs, I have boys Crocs, I have original Crocs. I have Crocs. I love my Crocs. But I had 6 pair of shoes when I hit the road. Out of hundreds, you guys. And I mean hundreds. Now I have to admit, my boots, especially my steel toes, are still in my closet. There were a few things I just couldn't get rid of. Someday when I pass away, I doubt my children will keep any of my boots. Well, maybe the cowboy boots. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that this maybe helped understand a little bit about minimalist and nomads, GlamMads, and ScamMads. Your nomads have to get rid of about everything they own. That or they're going to be paying for a hefty storage. Just saying. If you give up everything and move into a van, think about what you can fit in there. And when you build out that van, it's not going to be anything from your house, because I'm pretty sure nobody sleeps in a twin bed anymore. You know, I sleep in a full size, and I have to tell you, sometimes I wonder if that's not too small. Just saying. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you really ponder this. And think about, when you think about becoming a nomad, that you understand the difference between a GlamMad and a nomad. You know, make do with what you got. You bring stuff in, take that many items out. I'm just saying. I just got brand new curtains for over my mini blinds in my freshly painted bedroom. I had 6 panels I brought in, and I had curtain rods, and I had to take that many items out and recycle them. If you're going to recycle them, don't throw them in the trash. Take them to Goodwill, Savers, any thrift store. St. Vincent's, they feed the poor. So think about being a minimalist and what it really means. Does it mean going out and buying a $100,000 mini home? Does it mean going out and buying a $100,000 rig or a $200,000 rig? How about a $3,000 or $4,000 computer? Is that a minimalist? No. Most minimalists make their own clothes soap. Just saying. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. Sorry this video is late. I am actually feeling better after my fall. Yeah, that was quite the ordeal. I'm sure glad the painting is done. So anyway, we are in February now. I hope you guys have a great February. And again, sunny Arizona. Freeze warning. And again tonight. Right now it's, well, at 9 o'clock this morning it was 32 degrees out. I was so cold I couldn't even go out and have a cigarette. I was freezing. So remember that if you are out and you are in a van, in an RV, whatever you're in, layered dress, keep warm. If you have somebody to huddle with them. The fact is, it's cold. It's very cold here in Arizona. I don't know what the weather is in Florida. That's another warm spot most people hit when they're RVing, but I do know that New Mexico, yeah, southwestern New Mexico and Texas are both very cold right now as well. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Remember to love yourself, because if you don't love you, nobody's going to love you. Don't forget self-respect and self-admiration. They're essential. Also, pay it forward, you guys. Doesn't have to be out of your pocket. It can be from your hand or your heart. You can foster. You can work in a soup line, a food bank. You guys can even go work in a thrift store. And remember, recycle, you guys, because that shirt you may not want, somebody else can use. Those clothes you got to get rid of because you're moving in that RV, somebody else can use. Anyway, have a great day. I'll see you next week. Peace out. Bye-bye.